We just got dropped off 20 miles up the Yentna River in the remote Alaskan wilderness. We will be hitching a ride on a motorboat with a local Alaskan, bushwhacking through gnarly devil's club patches and thorn bushes, hanging our food up away from grizzly bears using bushcraft techniques, and setting up camp in total isolation. We're super excited, but one thing's for sure, this is going to be an interesting trip.
A pistol, never taught me how to use it. Gave me a problem with the Bible too. Now I'm forced to face the music. Thrown her down an island, I'm with my face down in the sand. Cause we all booked that one-way ticket. Step off the plane to shake Peter's hand. And I'm a good stitch from New England. If I buy another cup of coffee, I might just make it
I'll get these guys' phone number too, but you get hold of them, they get hold of me too, or whatever. We'll I'll keep in contact.
Godspeed. See you in a week. Godspeed. Tell my mom I love her.
So this is the Yentna River where we just got dropped off. You can tell the river's very calm. The water's pretty high. There's like a nice sandbank over there. And a nice little spot that we got out on the boat. We were able to walk up and hold on to this tree. We left a couple of markers on the trees so we can find our stuff in the morning and so the boat can find us when they pull up to get us.
Alright guys, I should be a familiar name by now, Mr. Powers, if you don't know me just yet. So we're just getting our stuff ready before the hike. Mom, Dad, I don't know how to use a compass. You guys should have taught me that when I was younger. We should know how to use a compass, but we don't. We brought one anyway. So this is where we're starting the journey off. Adrenaline's pumping. Ready to see some bears, mooses, you know, everything. Hopefully we don't die, and we'll catch you when we're on the hike.
All right guys, well we're about to head to the property. Let's go. So we're bushwhacking right now. We have a machete, but the brush actually isn't that thick. There's a lot of like thorn bushes and pricker bushes, but it's not terrible yet. You can see like the needles or the spikes on these.
Few key distinctions in a brown bear versus a black bear. The ears are a big telltale sign. Black bears typically have their ears sticking up. They kind of look like you want to pet them. You want to pet a black bear. Grizzlies, they look pettable, but not super pettable. The biggest distinction that you can actually tell is the hump on the back. So black bears will have a really big hump, but the grizzlies have their shoulder humps that protrude because they're big boys. They eat a lot. They're strong, a lot stronger than a black bear.
There's a pile of some droppings on the ground. Hey, bear. It's a really good idea when you're hiking through thick brush in Alaska to yell out like, hey, bear, or something. Just be nice and loud and noisy so the bears and the moose can hear you coming. When you catch them off guard or catch them by surprise, that's when things go south. It's pretty thick. There's absolutely no trails here. So we're trying to stay on trails that either animals or hunters have made as much as possible so we don't have to whack through the bushes, because when it's super thick and the branches are thick, it takes a lot of energy to get through. So we're trying to use what's already here as much as we can. The downside of that though is the animals like to use those trails too. So you gotta be super cautious. So we just found 3 hunting stands. There's one right there, one right here, and one right here. So that's either a really good sign because there's other people around here, or a really bad sign because there's a lot of wildlife. I guess we'll find out. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. We are whacking through. This is crazy. So we just got to this like little freshwater stream that's running through here. Gotta be extra cautious for bears around here, especially if there's fish. See some fish actually right there. And it gets pretty steep right here, so we're gonna see if we can hike up that and maybe get around it if possible.
Saw like 3 of them.
It's like a vertical hike right here. Nothing to grab onto.
Let's go. That's cool.
That looks like bear poop right there. Ah! You alright?
Yeah. Everywhere.
There are these super thick and dense, like thorn bushes we've never seen before, but they are crazy. They pierce right through the waterproof pants that I got. We are completely alone out here in the middle of nowhere. This is definitely the most remote I've ever been. It's a really cool experience. More moose droppings or maybe caribou droppings, something like that.
Jesus Christ.
There's more bear droppings, I think. What do you think these are, these little? Absolutely nuts. And caught on everything. Watch out. I believe these are huge moose prints. There's one right there. There's one right there. There's a couple more out here. You can see them nice and clear. We're in this cool little valley with this creek running through. Jeremy's over here on this log. Well, guys, we came back to the spot where we got dropped off. We probably went about a quarter mile to a half mile out and back. It was absolutely exhausting hiking out there. The brush was getting super, super thick, especially after where all the animals and the hunters had their trails right next to the river. So we might have not even been a quarter mile. We were just absolutely exhausted. So we're back here. We're still gonna camp in this spot. Also, we did the calculation, and with how fast we were moving and how much distance we covered and the amount of time that we were hiking, it would have taken us like all day just to get there. And we actually left our camping stuff here because our plan was to go out, check it out, and then come back and camp here. But we decided it would have just been too much to go all the way out there and do a 6-mile round trip. Especially with all of our gear on.
As everybody knows, water is a crucial element that people need to ingest. Yeah. It's hard to get down this. Other hand. Alrighty. So you just put it in a little sideways, a little 50-50 sideways into the bag, and you see it just flowing right into there. That's probably what I need.
About a liter or two of water in here. We're gonna filter it. Screw this piece on, and it's got a little clasp right here, so you can clasp it so the water doesn't go out. And you just put this nozzle in your bottle or your pot, you hang this up. Filter right here. This is what the water looked like before. Now you can see how clean it is. My 3-bean chili mac. You just pour the water in and let it sit. So we're just hanging out by the side of the river, enjoying our food. This is all flat.
That's fur, bro.
Yeah, what? You filming that? There's a little carcass there, you see it?
Yeah, but this is fur right here.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of fur that is. If anyone knows what kind of fur that is, drop it in the comments.
They're soft.
That's so weird.
Oh no.
All right, so this is the PCT bear hang method. We got our bear bag-ish right here. A little carabiner on the end of the bag. You take the rope, you tie it through the one side. All right. You take the other end of the rope, and a lot of times what people will do is they'll take like a small bag and they'll tie it to the other end of the rope and put like rocks or something in the bag and chuck it over a branch. That way it falls down. And you can take it like a pulling method and just pull it as the bag goes up. And once the bag is high enough up in the air, like 10 feet like Jeremy said, and about 6 feet away from the tree, you can tie the rope down at the bottom on the other end so it keeps the bag hanging up there with all your food in it. We don't have little bags, so we're just gonna chuck the rope over and pray for the best. We found this little branch right here. We're gonna tie the other end of the rope to this branch. Got it here. So we're gonna take this. Oh, first try. Wow, look at that. The rope comes down. We got the rope in my other hand now, so we're just gonna take this. There you go. Wow, look at that. Now we just tie it up. It actually worked. Now we just tie it up. The bag stays in the tree and nothing's getting this down. In Alaska, there's a ton of wild mammals. They have the grizzly bear or the brown bear, the black bear. There's moose, caribou, lynx, muskox, wild sheep, wild goats. wolves. I think there's coyotes. They have the Arctic fox. Really cool birds. So there's all sorts of different wildlife out here.
This is what backpacking in Alaska looks like. Careful everywhere. Bear country.
There's a little fish right here. So obviously something was munching on that. And we're next to a creek bed right now because we're trekking along the side of the river. So we just got to be careful. Whew. That's some pretty intense bushwhacking. There's some huge moose prints right here, and I learned this from the outdoor boys. When they step down on the mud, I think their toes slide a little bit and they go into the ground to keep themselves from slipping. There's a big moose print right there. There's one right there, all up and down this creek bed. This is where the creek meets the river. We just set up camp right here on the side of the creek. This is the view we have on the other side. You can see the Yentna River. Jeremy's got the bug net on, keeping all the mosquitoes away.
It saves you every time.
Yeah. Close-ish. We should look.
It's far up the Yentna.
How far is it? Honestly, Matt should ask, what's his name, if he's got any bear hides he'd sell. We got Jeremy working on the fire. We got our stove going. We're gonna make some oatmeal as well.
Nice. Let's go straight for the gullet. There we go.
So I printed out some maps for us because we didn't have service. We are about right here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is the Yentna River. And there's no major like cities or towns anywhere near it, but you can take a float plane and land on one of these lakes and then hike out to one of these areas, or you can obviously take a boat down the river and get dropped off on the side here. So that's what we did. But yeah, we're somewhere along this river right here. Our friend Tyler also made this map, which shows us the route we could take to the property, and then the route we could take along the river, as well as all the closest cabins that we had seen on the Google Maps. So very useful. Thank you, Tyler. There's a bald eagle right there. He's been circling around our campsite for the past hour. It's 10 o'clock. It's still super, super bright out. It does not get dark here in Alaska at this time. We've had an awesome day. We're about to head to bed. See you guys in the morning. Jeremy?
You sound sweat now.
I'm 30 miles from the nearest town, but I'm 10 miles from the line where old Mexico and Texas go to draw up their border signs. And don't I have a right at night to sleep with both eyes closed, but I sleep with one wide open in case the flashlights get too close. Way down here on the border, all a man can do is pray. There's flashlights in the canyon, I can see them through the rain.
Did you guys go on a joyride or something?
We
almost missed him this morning.
Why? Oh, you guys almost slept in?
As he's pulling up, like going off at 8 a.m., I'm like,
Wait, why'd you set it for 8? He was getting there at 8.
dude, no, I set it for like 7, dude. The sleep last night was good. I got 9 hours of sleep.
Wow, nice. Thanks, dude.